Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing another unhaul video. I did one closer to the beginning of the summer and it felt good to kind of just let go, and over the summer, towards the end of it, just recently, I reorganized my bookshelves and I own about 9 bookshelves and there was not room on the shelves for all of my books. So that tells me I own way too many. So today I will be getting rid of quite a few actually, and I think there's still some more left to go, but as I mentioned before, I don't like getting rid of books unless I've read them or given them a chance at least. So yeah, and these will also be going to the recovery room, which I talked about in my first unhaul video, which I will link down below in case you haven't seen it. So yeah, let's get right into the unhaul. The first 2 books that I will be getting rid of are The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making and The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland and Led the Revels There. So by Catherine M. Valente. I started this one for August's theme of #Yearthon, which was middle grade. All of us moderators were hosting a read-along for this book. I got about 60 or 70 pages in and I could not get into it. It was almost like it was trying too hard to be quirky and whimsical and all that stuff, and I just couldn't deal with it. I couldn't get into the story and I thought the character names were kind of silly, and yeah, so I will be donating these and don't even feel bad about it. Then I have Deja Dead by Kathy Reichs. From what I know about this series, I think, is that it was based off of, or there's the TV show Bones is based off of this series, and I'm kind of interested in it, not really. I don't like mass market paperback books, so I know I'm never going to read it, and the font is just, it's never going to happen. These ones I might get in some trouble for by you guys. The Hogwarts Library books, I think that's what they're called. So Quidditch, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Quidditch Through the Ages, and The Tales of Beetle the Bard. This one I liked more than the other 2. I love Harry Potter, and I've read these 3. I enjoyed them, but I don't think I'd ever reread them. And the way they just kind of look on my shelf, it doesn't match anything, and I don't know. I feel really bad about it, but these 2 were kind of boring anyway. So I'd rather donate them to somebody that wants to read them and like can't afford to or something. So I'd rather do that. Then I will be unhauling Rage Against the Dying by Becky Masterman. I received this from Penguin last year, a year and a half ago maybe. And yeah, so I read it and I reviewed it. I think I gave it 4 stars. It's kind of like a murder mystery thriller. And I've seen the hardcover laying around, but there were like typos and stuff in this, and it's an ARC, so I don't really see a point in keeping it. Then I have Frenzy by Robert Lee Parullo. This was a bargain book on Amazon, but it doesn't have a remainder mark on it. And I think it's like the 5th or 6th book in the series. And I also don't like library bindings books. Oh yeah, I think it's the 6th book. There's a 6 on there. So yeah, I'm never going to pick up the other 5 books, and I'm never going to read them, so I'm just going to donate it. Then I have 2 books by James Patterson. I have Nevermore, which is I think the last book in the Maximum Ride series. I read the first 2 books from the library when I was like in elementary school, like probably like grade 7 or 8, and I remember enjoying them, but I think it's like an 8-book series. And then I have Daniel X Game Over, and this one I didn't even buy. My brother picked it up and he gave it to me, and yeah, I think somebody told me that it's like later in a series as well, so I'm never going to pick up these other books, so there's no point in them taking up room on my shelf. I feel like this is actually a pretty popular series. That is the 3rd and 4th books in the Lux series by Anna Godberson, so Rumors and Splendor. These are also both bargain books, I think, on Amazon. And I can't find Lux, which is the first one, in hardcover, and I like my series to match. Plus, it doesn't really seem like a series that I would read and enjoy, so if I change my mind, I'll probably just pick up the first book from the library, but as for right now, I'm not going to read them. Then I have Pathfinder and Ruins by Orson Scott Card. These were also both bargain books, but these ones were from Chapters. They are massive, I think, fantasy books, and fantasy sci-fi is really not my thing, so I think if I wanted to start with some of his books, I'd pick Ender's Game because it is a lot smaller, and yeah, so I just know I'm never going to read them because I've owned them and I've had no interest in picking them up. I just really enjoyed the cover and I recognized the name when I bought it, so It's a bad habit. I feel like I just hauled this one, and that is Texas Gothic by Rosemary Clement Moore. I bought this as a bargain book of chapters, not knowing anything about what it was about or looking it up on Goodreads. I'm just a sucker for bargain books. And yeah, so when I read the summary as I was reorganizing my bookshelf, this seems like it's like a witch book, and I don't really read stuff about like witches. It's not really like my genre. I'm kind of more into the contemporary thriller stuff instead of like the mythical, like fantasy kind of vampire stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I'd rather give this to somebody that will read it and will enjoy it. Then I have Red Glove by Holly Black. I think this is the sequel in her something cursors, something were curse workers, maybe. Yeah, so that series. And I read Doll Bones by Holly Black, and I did not enjoy it, but then I met her BA and she was really nice. So I just don't think I'm going to read this series. This doesn't seem like something that is like up my alley, because again, it's like magic and stuff. So yeah, just going to donate it. And then finally I have the Carrie Diaries and Summer in the City by Candace Bushnell. I think these are kind of a prequel to the Sex and the City show, books, whatever. I never watched that, never got into it, never saw the hype around it, but don't really have an interest in reading these. I do have the first one on Kindle because it was a daily deal, so if I feel inspired to pick it up and read it, it is there, but I don't feel the need to own the books and constantly see them sitting on my shelf unread. So those are all the books that I will be getting rid of. If you're watching this, I'm off at university, but I will probably do another unhaul video when I come home for Christmas, because again, so many books, so little shelf space. So there are people making noise outside, so I'm going to take that as my cue to wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.